Atiku to Shettima. Your incurable speech deficiency is so severe Nigerians hardly understand what you say. Can you imagine? Atiku don't give them back. 1-1. 1-1. That is his score. So with the nasty comment that Shettima made about Atiku, saying that they will not allow Atiku to retire back to Dubai, rather they will make him retire within Nigeria, and then he will buy him goat and chicken so that Atiku can go back to real goat and chicken. And after insulting Atiku, he said that it's on the joking side. How can you insult somebody and come and say it's on the joking side? Now Atiku has given him back again, which is 1-1. And now Atiku has told him that his incurable speech deficiency is so severe that Nigerians hardly understand what he says. Let's get into detail what Atiku said or meant. Former Vice President and presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has replied Vice President Kashim Shettima, saying the only legacy he left as Borno State Governor from 2011 to 2019 was terrorism. That is it. Exactly. Speaking through his special assistant on public communication, Frank Shaibu, he declared that Shettima's lack of sophistication is eroding the elegance of the office of the Vice President. The only legacy of Vice President Kashim Shettima is transforming Borno State from the home of peace to hellfire. He was reacting to Shettima's speech that the President-elect petition court, at the Presidential Election Petition Court, adding that Shettima failed abysmally as governor and chief security officer of Borno State. Shaibu said it was laughable that Shettima, who has the most woeful governance record in Nigerian history and could not lift the people of Borno State from poverty, was planning on investing in Atiku. He said, ordinarily, we wouldn't have responded to Kashim Shettima since he has an incurable speech deficiency, which is so severe that most Nigerians can hardly understand what he says. However, for the sake of the reading public, this response becomes very important. He loves to rack, lackluster jokes at every given opportunity, Last year, he said Vice President Shebanjo would have been an ice cream man instead of a politician. Later on, he said Nigeria needed a leader like Sani Abacha. As part of his curious Circus Act, he visited the annual General Conference of the Nigerian Bar Association in an oversized suit, a pair of sneakers, and a poorly knotted tie. Shettima needs to decide if he wants to be a statesman or Baba Salah of blessed memory. His behavior is certainly unbefitting for a man who currently holds the exalted office of Vice President, even if temporarily. Shaibu said it had become Shettima's stock in trade to deride others because he had nothing worthwhile to say about himself or his principal, Bola Tinubu, whose 3 months in office have only worsened poverty and inflation. He said Shettima was appointed as Commissioner for Finance and later became the Governor of Borno State. Those who brought him had high expectations for him, having come from the banking sector. However, rather than bring prosperity to the people of Borno, he opened the floodgates of terror. So during his tenure as governor between 2011 and 2019, Borno State was taken over by terrorists completely. He ignored a security report about an impending attack on Chibok School, which ultimately led to the abduction of over 250 schoolgirls. Specifically, the head of WAEC's national office in Nigeria, Charles Eguridu, stated in 2014 that WAEC had informed Shettima about the danger of holding exams in Chibok and advised that the students be relocated to Maiduguri, which was relatively safer. Shettima refused to relocate the students and they were abducted, half of whom have not been seen again till today. So even though he left government 4 years ago, the millions of residents of Borno State have yet to recover from the mistake called Shettima. Rather than be patient, being pertinent, okay, he continues to move about like a clown, making unsolicited dry jokes about others. We wonder what manner of substance Shettima was on when he proceeded to denigrate the great Fombina Kingdom, headed by His Royal Highness Bakindo Aliyu Mustafa the Lamido of Adamawa. Shaibu advised the Vice President to stick to praying to God for forgiveness for thwarting the destiny of the millions of people of Borno State. We advise Kashim Shettima to spend the remainder of his days praying to God every day for forgiveness for destroying the lives of the millions of people of Borno State rather than making dry and insipid jokes at those who have actually bettered the lives of people. His lack of sophistication in eroding the elegance of the office of the Vice President, men of honor, have led that position in the past, and Shettima should learn from the examples they led in public decency. In any case, he should do well by attending a finishing school on ATIKU scholarship and learn how to behave like a polished statesman, Shaibu said. So those were the words of ATIKU back to Shettima through his representative Frank Shaibu. Okay, and they've just finished Shettima completely, looking at his past as the governor of Borno State, with all the terror that took place in that state, with all the terrorism that occurred in that state. And look, man, they finished him. Not be joke. Not be joke. Not be joke. So people are reacting to what Atiku has sent to Kashim Shettima in response to the useless joke he made about him. And somebody saying, "Thank you, sir. I was told that the man is above 100% terrorist." Abi, really above 100% terrorist. So say, but while he was in the office, you never told him to stop sponsoring and hiding the commander of Boko Haram. That legacy is affecting all Nigerians. Okay, that is it, my brother. Now, wow. Somebody say, but Shettima is more educated than Atiku. How is he more educated than Atiku? How? Yeah, PDP, party partisans don't come. Okay. Somebody say, check record, Atiku is an educationist. He had produced exceptional students through his university. When it comes to education and foresight, Atiku is far better, and that is true. Atiku's university, as a businessman, Atiku's university has produced more graduates. Atiku investment has employed hundreds of Nigerians, if not thousands of Nigerians. Atiku has businesses across almost southern states of Nigeria. Somebody say, one thing is sure about those politicians, and that I know, is that if Shettima had been in PDP or Frank Shaibu is given any appointment in APC government, okay, to him, Shaibu would be a saint today, and he would have been defending him. So we have heard more than enough from all of them. Abi. So that is, this guy's statement is neutral. Now Shaibu is firing Kashim Shettima because he's on his own. If APC gives him appointment, he will defend Shettima and Tinubu. And if Shettima is to be in PDP, Frank Shaibu will also defend him. So now they are far apart, different political parties and different positions, so they can fight. So we've had enough of them. In the same way, people like FFK and Festus Keyamo, or even Oshomole, and all those people, when they were on their own in another party, they were like finishing APC. Even Wike here, Wike said APC is a cancer. Now it's an APC, is defending Tinubu and the entirety of APC. Meanwhile, it's still in PDP. That is bad. That is bad. So they are not all to be trusted. Someone say na wuru fight when don't start be that to tongue don't full mouth. The cry of a fallen man. Who is a fallen man here? Somebody say needless to even go to that extent. To every right thinking and reasonable person, his way of talking has revealed his lack of mental, emotional, moral, and intelligence depth, very unbefitting of him or anyone of such status. And that is referring to Shettima. The way he talks, doesn't talk like a statesman, he has no decorum, and I pity this country going forward. I say it. So I say this man promised you to buy a goat and some sheep cow for your retirement benefit now. Kayabi, he say make promise, so make it not blast up. Which kind of promise be that? May keep the promise to himself or take the promise to his village. Some say we have the most useless and shameless two elements in Aso Rock. The masses rejected you people through the ballot. Unfortunately, some criminal elements brought you in through the back door. Instead of you to use the rare opportunity to build bridges, you are here burning existing ones. That's how to know a man that is unfit for a position. He covets so much. Exactly. Nah, wow. This one enter. He talks like a Fulani herdsman. Exactly. So they don't finish Shettima for here. Say, man, this man talks like a Fulani herdsman, frankly speaking. Shettima, the INEC selected vice president, is Asai Dokubo, and Asai Dokubo, the militant, is Shettima. Nigeria is better ruled by junta than this sect of people. Okay? Whose record is a total disgrace to democracy. So this guy is comparing Asai Dokubo to Shettima because of their terrorism tendencies and militancy tendencies. Wow. So you people knew about all these things. Oh, my country, Nigeria. It's because he is not from Nigeria. So Nigeria, they have finished it. That is the truth. Thank you for listening. And let's have your comment over what Frank Shaibu has sent to Kashi Shettima for blasting ATIKU.